Well, to make a long story short, I could talk all day about Jimmy Breland, the best Sunday school teacher in the world. I remember one day I was walking home from school. I was in a fight. And this guy called me a name, and I called him a name, probably a cuss word. We dropped our books, and we were just getting ready to fight. We're on Henry Street, and suddenly this black car comes pushing us out of the way, just inching us. I looked down. It was the fender of a black Jewel Tea coffee truck. That was Jimmy Breland. Elmer, get in the truck. And I got in. I was scared to death. He was going to jump on me for cussing. Didn't say a word. Didn't talk about fighting, talked to me, took me home, dropped me off. He said, I'll see you Sunday. And I can remember every Easter Sunday morning, he'd come scratching at the screen. Elmer, get up. And I would jump up, put on my Easter duds, run out, get in his truck, and I went to sunrise service. I've done that for many years because of that tradition I learned from my Sunday school teacher. And he always had a cold 6-ounce bottle of Coca-Cola wait for me when I got in the truck early Sunday morning. And I don't remember those I don't remember those messages at that sunrise service, but I remember him taking me, the impact. You know, Jimmy Breland was my substitute father. He taught me how to love God. He taught me not to drink and not to smoke. I was standing in front of that little Presbyterian church. I was about 3rd grade. He said, see that guy? He had a lucky strike. He was tapping it out, getting ready to smoke. He said, boys, don't ever have your first cigarette. How come, Jimmy? He said, man, it's dumb, it's stupid. You're going to waste a bunch of money. He didn't talk about the body of Christ. He didn't call it sin. He just said, you're going to waste a bunch of money. And so he reached down like this. He said, scoop, he said, if you get up some grass and pour it into a dollar bill and roll your own, men did it in those days, rolling their own tobacco into a cigarette holder, a piece of paper. He said, put it in a dollar bill and burn up money. He looked at me right, he said, Elmer, you like to burn up money? No, sir, not me. Don't ever have your first cigarette. Okay. And, you know, I want you to know. He looked at us and he said, all right, boys, I want you to raise your hand. And all of us, this is out of class in front of the church, putting up our hand. He said, I want you to say after me, I promise I will never have my first cigarette. And I never did. My mother smoked, my dad smoked. My mother came from a family of 11. All of my uncles smoked. My dad came from a family of 9. All of my uncles smoked. And they always say, why is Elmer different? Because Christ was in my heart, because there was a Sunday school teacher.